that right there is my favorite little neighborhood poop hole bass pond. And it's very windy today, and it's very early season, so we might not have a chance in hell, but we're gonna give it our best because the creeks are still super high, and I just don't really feel like catfishing today. I feel like throwing lures, so we're gonna be doing this. I'm gonna pretty much be concentrating on throwing a jerk bait and going from there, but as of right now I only have a couple hours, so yeah, I'm thinking just throw a jerk bait and stick with it. And sometimes you get too complicated with things, especially when it comes to bass fishing, but let's do this. I'm excited. Pow. What is going on, you dirty old stash bags? It is me, and we're gonna do some bass fishing today. Yes, I said bass fishing. Now a lot of people on YouTube do bass fishing, but it's just something that I don't really do a whole lot of. One reason is because I'm not very good at it, but this is the one place and the one time of year that I can be mildly decent at it. But yeah, got to tie on a jerk bait, and then I'm gonna kind of just walk around, fish the rocks, and try to stay out of the wind and not get blown into the water, and hopefully be able to pick up a fish or two. The fishing here can be hit or miss, but when you hit them good and catch them good, you have a chance at catching a giant. Last year I didn't quite hit the 6 pound mark, but I caught a couple that were pushing 6 pounds, and there might even be some pushing 7 in here. So, but that's not really the goal today. The goal today is just to catch something. So I'm gonna hop out of my truck, hopefully not blow away, tie on a jerk bait, and get to jerking on my spinning rod. Don't make too much fun of me, but I just like throwing jerk baits on spinning rods. But all right, let's do this. Pow. All righty, jerk bait is tied on. Provoke 106X. Not my favorite color, but it's not a bad color though. Some sort of chartreuse shad deal. And I also brought a lipless crankbait rod. Even though I'm not gonna throw it today, I promise, kind of, maybe, potentially, probably not. I'm gonna bring it just so I feel better. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside having a lipless. But the water is still pretty cold. Middle of March. It's been borderline winter again for a good while. And yeah, I'd imagine the water temp is like upper 40s at best, so probably mid 40s to be honest. Water clarity is pretty good, so the jerk bait should in fact work, or they should at least be able to see it. And yeah, we're gonna kind of just work these rocky shorelines and try to stay out of the wind as much as possible. Well, I guess the wind's good, but you know what I mean. Fishing a jerk bait from shore is pretty hard, or at least I suck at it. I've done pretty well in years past, but yeah, it's not the easiest thing to do. But when you got a spot like this that you can throw straight down the shoreline, you got a chance. Is it just me, or is that lipless staring at me? I'm not gonna throw you today, bud. I'm just bringing you along with so you're not sad. Okay, I might throw you today eventually, but I think sometimes people, including me, when it comes to bass fishing in general, just kind of complicate things too much. Can't even say it. And yeah, I think just covering water with a lure you have confidence in is a better option than bouncing from lure to lure. Find some fish that want to eat. I mean, they ain't gonna care that much. Like I said, all ice season, it's not about finding them, it's about finding the dumb ones. So hopefully we can find a dumb one or two. Bass fishing season 2021 starts now if we can catch a fish today. Feeling hopeful though. Should be able to catch a couple. All right, I can't take it anymore. At least got to try a lipless. Probably need to put some new line on this thing too. It's pretty crusty, but see if it'll work for now. Need to get that a little loosier goosier, but should be okay. I really doubt the fish have moved up in this spot yet. It's still pretty early, so we'll try it, but not for too long. Some stuff out there, nothing good though. Doesn't mean there's not fish there, so keep winging her out there. I got one. I didn't even know what was happening. I don't know what I got, but I got one. Something weird's happening. It's either a giant bass or a catfish. My line just like slacked up. I didn't even know what was going on. It's almost too big to be a bass. Good thing we tried the lipless though. Whatever it is, it's big. It also seems like it's hooked weird. No. Got in that tree. Come out. Yes, it came out. It's a bass and it's giant. And somehow it came out of that tree. Nice. It got in somebody else's line too. Wasn't even hooked weird. Well, it was hooked weird, but look at that shit. Hell yes. Thought I was too early. I still think I am too early, but I honestly thought I snagged it, but it is kind of snagged, but definitely hooked in the mouth as well. Threw up even shallower than I normally do. It's the first sunny day in a good while. Figured I'd be able to get a few on the jerk bait. That's a damn hybrid jig. That might be my hybrid jig. Anyway, thought I'd be able to get a few up on the rocks with the jerking stick and have to wait a couple weeks for the lipless, but yeah. That's a good first bass of the season. I gotta send Dad a picture, see if he's proud of me. I doubt it. He's been catching 12-pounders in Texas, but for around here, it's pretty good. All right, old girl. Thanks for coming out of the snag. You made me worried. There's a tree there. I thought I was past it, but I guess not. I thought it was way bigger too. So if I would have lost it, I probably would have cried myself to sleep tonight, but we got her in. She was just a upper 3 or something, maybe a 4. No, this isn't my... it could be my hybrid jig. For some reason, I got a weight too. Hybrid jig, unrecognizable plastic, but at least we got some of the garbage out, so. I don't know if it's gonna be a slugfest, but yeah, if you've watched my videos in the past here, I've beat the absolute brakes off them before. Like, forget last year. I was trying to catch a 6-pounder. I didn't end up getting a 6-pounder, but I got a couple 5.5 pluses, and I got like 4 separate 20-pound limits in the same day. So far cry from what most bass fishermen are doing out there on YouTube, but for Nebraska, out of a little public poopy pond, it ain't too bad. So glad I put down the jerk bait, because it only took about, I don't know, 2 or 3 casts before I got one on the lipless. 6centsfishing.com, brown eye special, snatch 70x, best name in North America, discount code STASH. Go get yourself some before I go buy the rest of them. Like I said, he was up shallower, so we're gonna keep casting shallow. Basically, we got a drop off right here. They seem to move up when they're getting ready to spawn, and they usually stop about in this region. But who knows, they could be, there's a huge shallow flat that connects the 2 parts of the lakes, and they might be up on it. So try different retrieves. I think I was doing, I don't even know what the hell I was doing right there. Actually, I wasn't paying attention, but I've been trying to go a little bit slower just because the water's still probably upper 40s. So the fact that I caught one on a lipless definitely goes against the grain. And the fact that I caught one on a lipless ripping it, I believe, goes against the grain as well. But first bass, 2021. Not a super donk, but definitely a donk for Midwestern standards. Honestly, I was hoping to come out here and catch a few today and maybe kind of figure out what I was going to do the next couple weeks, because all the spillways and creeks and stuff are kind of effed, which is fine. I need a little change of pace. I can get caught up in that stuff a little too much. So bass fishing stash for the next 2 days or something. Maybe some kitty fishing soon too, who the hell knows, but my favorite time of year to bass fish, so I'm gonna bass fish a lot. Hell yes. Got one. Took a while, but oh, it might have came off. It did come off. A lot of no fish mixed in between that first fish. Am I even still recording? Yeah, I've been recording for 28 minutes. I'm gonna keep casting here a little bit. That one felt pretty decent too, but not nearly as big. But I'm gonna keep casting here for a few minutes, and we're gonna kind of just go check out other spots. I mean, today I wasn't really expecting to catch much, more of a look around thing, and yeah, so far so goodish, better than expected. Gotta change my battery and I'll get back out there, and if I can't get one in the next 15 or so, we'll switch spots and see if we can find another pot of them. On the board early this season though, can't complain, can't complain. Alrighty, we did end up getting one more bite at that spot, but yeah, we didn't get it in and it didn't feel big, but little change of plans. As I was driving out here, I got like 100 yards away and a light came on my truck that said turn engine off, oil pressure low. I go to check my oil pressure or I go to check my oil, and there's literally nothing on the dipstick. So shout out to Jor-Dan. I'll link his channel down below. He brought me out some oil so my truck didn't explode. And he also has a boat that we might join him on. I'm not sure if we're really invited. And plus, we like fishing from the bank better anyway. So be sure to subscribe to Jordan's channel, because if it wasn't for Jordan, I might not make it home and you might never see this video or any other video ever. But thanks, Jordan. Always helping my dumb ass out pretty regularly. If I get bored on the bank, maybe I'll hop on his boat with him. We'll see. First, I gotta get some oil in my truck, let her run for a little bit, and then I think we're gonna hop to the other side, see if we can't scratch out a couple more before the sun goes down. See you there. Got one. Switch to a square bill. Doesn't seem small. Smoked it. Kind of wish I had the bait caster. Yeah, not bad. Never caught one on this color. 50X, boiled craw. Took the jerkbait off because it was dirtier water, and I lost my snatch, so, well, I tied another snatch on, but throwing from this side, there's a brush pile that, yeah, I just couldn't really get around, and he was actually barely hooked. Not as big. When I catch fish on a square bill here, they usually aren't as big, but I will take it. Bass fish numero dos of the day. That's actually only the second cast on this, but for whatever reason, these rocks over here, well, actually, I know the reason. The wind's way worse over here. These rocks over here, the water is a hell of a lot more stained, so the jerkbait wasn't working in the clear rocks, or on the clear rocks. The chances of it working on the dirty rocks are about 0, so took it off. A few casts in on square bill, got nibleted. I suppose there could be a group of them here, so I'm gonna at least make about 10 to 15 more casts through here and see if I can't piss off another, but that was fun on the medium light spinning rod, you know? Made me a little nervous, but it was fun. It's officially not just a one fish day. You guys proud of me? Probably not. You guys are probably still like, ah, this sucks. Or at least the haters are, but I'm pretty stoked about getting a second fish. Now we're going for number 3. Where's the sun? We still got at least an hour. Hopefully we can make it crapping. Just started on this rocky shoreline, so thinking we could potentially, maybe, possibly make it happen. We shall see. I'm gonna tell Jordan I caught one though. BRB. All right, giving her one last whirly twirl over here. Ran that whole bank with a square bill and nothing else happened. So Jordan hopped out of his boat. Got about 20 minutes till it gets dark, and we're just gonna throw our little lipless crankbaits out over here and yeah, see if we can get one more. Better fish seem to be coming on the lipless, but we don't have much to go off of, considering we only caught 2. But yeah, figured what better way to spend the last 20 minutes than this. So see if it happens. If it doesn't, I'll probably be back tomorrow. Warming front coming in, waiting for that water to get to 50, so won't be long. Damn it, Jordan! I didn't know what was happening. That was definitely a fish, though. I got confused there for a second. You wanna have a casting contest?
You're gonna win.
Not really a fair fight. Can't believe I screwed up another one. I don't think they're eating it real good. The water's still cold. I'm surprised they're even eating it, period. But do you see the patch of grass right there after the rocks? Yeah. About, if you throw 10 feet to the left of that, you got chance of a snag. The one I caught, I casted clear over there. Those guys over there were like, oh, you catching any? I was like, yeah, 2. And they were like, what, bass? And I was like, yeah, bass. They were like, you didn't keep them? It's like, no, they weren't 21 inches, and I wouldn't have kept them anyway. And they're like, oh. And I was like, have a good day. Jordan. Got any words?
You told me not to cast over.
That's alright, I've lost 3 today. Better give up before we lose another one, because I don't think there's a big group of them out there. I missed one, but yeah, not a lot. But yeah, we're gonna keep the bass fishing going for the extended future. Maybe we'll mix in catfish, might go on a little trip somewhere pretty soon, but I'm gonna be doing some bass fishing, hopefully get on them a little bit better, but I'm pretty stoked that I even caught the couple I did. Jordan lost a lot of line, and yeah, I think I'm gonna go get some food. But if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. What else is there to cover? I don't think anything. Alright, thanks for watching. See you later, bye.